Charlie Eiler, the attackman for Hopkins.
I'm so impressed with him, Cotter. Redshirt freshman from Northern California. Missed of all last season after suffering an ankle injury, which required surgery. Today's is only they can't find the back of the net in the first 9 games.
Over to Colin Zeller, part of this first midfield unit. That's a big fella, Colin Kelly, 6'5", 212. Graduate student transferred in from Canisius. Here's Kelly. He just towers over his defender, especially when he's got a shorty on him like that.
Yeah, he's a big guy and can fill it up too. When he was at Canisius, scored 7 goals against Maryland, saving 60%. There's a look at Russell Melendez. He's missing now some action in the last 3 games, and to miss him, I think when you combine a healthy Melendez with Charlie Eiler, that will give the Hopkins offense an extra boost.
Callahan wins this draw. We'll get a chance to see Hopkins now. First opportunity, 6v6, and with Melendez out, you think about it, Clark, you talked about it in the open. How fumbling about a little bit in the middle of the field. All's well that ends well. Still plenty of time on the shot clock to get into their offense. Second midfield unit now, Justin Lawler, Casey Mongillo, and Logan Peters. That's Mongillo. Rutgers coming in. Mentioned it earlier, without Russell Melendez, without Stuart Phillips as well, who's still injured. So you're going to see 7 in White Bauer, a lot of attack today. Tries to skip it way up top. Shot steered aside by Stoller.
Looks a lot bigger than that because of his stance and the base that he has in the cage.
Richmond. The alley forced wide. Much from 88, Cordilla.
Big, heavy dose of Brooks English. 25 in white. Maybe the most cerebral offensive player for Peter Milliman. No one picks him up. He steps and rips. Eiler, and then you have the sharpshooter and Chavette, and I think that's a balanced unit against the second option of the defenders.
Wide open shot, score! No one thought to pick up Sean Krogan. He got a point-blank shot at Stoller, and he buried it. His best of the day. And this is yet another unforced error.
Yeah, Rutgers isn't going to make it easy for you when you clear the ball. They're 12th nationally in the ride. Opponents only at 79% clearing the ball. So when you have those easier opportunities to...
Let's take a little look at that goal.
Chavette makes the pass, and Eiler, the patience of Eiler. If he catches that ball, Cotter, right away and shoots, he gets stuffed by Stoller. But he makes Stoller go from pipe to pipe, and while he's doing that, that extra fake gets Stoller on the ground. There's a look at Chavette. And when he's on the ground, that extra pump fake gives him the upper portion of the cage. I think that Rutgers, you have some pieces. You have the goalie, you have the face-off guy, you have the defense. It's the offense and the shooting woes that have plagued them. That's why they're 4 and 5. They can't hit the back of the net.
Mongillo, second midfield unit.
And you have to have the timing of the pick game done.
Peters. Scarlet Knights want to get one back before the end of this quarter. There's Murphy. Looking to dodge on the shorty. Finds a cutter inside, misses the cage. Cordilla missed, had a great opportunity. Their best scorer couldn't finish. Still no
championship weekend. The freshmen then are now seniors, so we're not too far off of this. As much as they're struggling now at 4 and 5, honestly, if you look at their lineup, they're only a couple players away. Like if you parachuted in an ex-attacker, quarterback-type player on this team, everything changes offensively for them.
I think about Ethan Wall was on that 2022 team. He's turned the ball. Different game. Richmond's going to try and get things started. Check that was Younger Kiss. 13 is a great example of what you were talking about, Card. Transfers in from Princeton, grad transfer.
Yep. And
he's D-midi. He could be an offensive midi for this team. Coach Breck said he's their best player, bar none. Younger Kiss, 13 in red.
And he's their most competitive player, too. He makes plays all over the field. He's another guy that will have an opportunity in the PLL. Dissects the defense, and he sees that pressure. You see 2-3 white jerseys that are attracted to 88 in red, and Summer just plays it perfectly in terms of sitting in front of the crease, knowing that one of his guys is going to help 88. To be honest with you, though, Cotter, I don't think Hopkins needed to slide there. I think they created more offense by sending the double to Cardilla too early. That shot area that he continues to pound because defenders are flying out after him. It's created some dodging opportunities.
So that's a kid from Ohio, went to Culver. Here he is, up top. Ball movement. Millman likes to see in this offense. Good job.
That's a good slot.
Shorten that up considerably here. Summer, Texas kid, also went to Culver. California kid scoring on the other end. Here's Summer from Texas. Good feet inside, nowhere to go with it. That's good ball movement, though. That's NASCAR offense. Shoot, score! Tried to feed a man up top. Still 30 seconds to shoot, and then we'll get the delayed call. No reason for Ayers and company to rush it here. Chavez shoots, bounces it wide.
30 seconds, reset 6.
Tied up. That's that young man from Texas again. That's 2 straight for Hayden Summer.
He's making a case to stay on the field. Summer had only 2 goals heading into today's contest. The 6 assists. Has the playmaking.
ACC, Patriot League, whatever the case is, Clark, when you start to play league games, every single game is going to be a war.
Yes, and look, Rutgers is 4-5. There's really only 2 players on this field for Rutgers who had tons of minutes last year. It's Colin Cardilla, 88, who just scored, and Carden Stoller, their goal.
That was Dylan Bauer. Great look to find him cutting. Hopkins levels it up at 5.
You know, Chavette's not known as an elite passer, but he has today 2 terrific assists. One to Charlie Eiler, this one to Dylan Bauer. He's got the short stick, so now he knows he has the eyes of the defense. You have to support that matchup if you're Rutgers. Who's sliding? Who's going to help Chavette? He's proven himself as an option there for Chick was behind the back. He was running out of real estate with the right hand, or if he switched it to left to increase the angle, but that's not going to go past Stoller down that pipe with no angle.
Want a fresh 60 for his offense, though. Forced Stoller to make the save, so now an extended offensive possession for Hopkins. This is going to be on their heels a little bit more.
To be your teammate, who would it be? I mean, it's just...
But he does just that. Now quickly on the other end. And now it's Coach Millman's turn to call a timeout with 55.8 remaining.
If you're Rutgers, when you get in defensively, and you talk about the knowns and who just I mean, he was unbelievable in the game I had against North Carolina at Homewood. It was like Melendez on one side against Owen Duffy and Don Petromala on another. Those 3 were the stars of that game unequivocally. So there's hope when everyone gets back. Here's the issue, too. If you're Jimmy Ryan, the defense coordinator, do you potentially go a little zone here? They've been playing man all afternoon, and they're strong defensively? Do you switch things up? He rips through defensive pressure. He is a force.
Coming off back-to-back 30-point seasons, well on his way to another one this year. And the horn sounds to end what has been a heck of an entertaining first half of lacrosse. Neither one of these. Rutgers taking a couple of giving a couple of body blows to Hopkins here to start this second half. How will the Blue Jays respond? Ayers, good speed down the alley, back to X. To Bauer. Just a pick to get to the middle of the field. Now he's got the long pole on him. To get the shorty on English. Bauer. Spins underneath his defender. Ball is loose in front. Now behind the cage, picked up initially by English. All kinds of battle for it. Coming out of there with it was Splain.
Beatties under their wing. And that was the beginning, I thought, of a great breakthrough that ultimately led Rutgers to a 2022 championship weekend appearance.
Yeah, Sherilyn Beatties, I think, was here for that entire decade.
7 years.
Between injuries and COVID, Sherilyn with Ryan Splain have been outstanding, the long pole.
Yeah, they complement each other, too. Mendick and Stefanos are more cover guys, and McKelvey's like the inside quarterback type player, so they gel together. They all have a role, and they play it well.
Tracked down by Kelly, though, so he'll stay with Rutgers. That shot wide, stays with Rutgers, though, as Summer does a nice job backing up. That time it was Kelly who fired it.
He's a big dude, 6'5", 210.
Massive. Linus really with a nice save. That was point blank from Kelly.
Yeah, that was one of his better ones of the day, Connor. I thought he read that beautifully. But Kelly dropped his stick and he shot low, too. As it's approaching the fourth quarter.
Right. Says the guy who eats faster than anybody I've ever seen in my life. You will just hail this thing.
I do it quietly, though. I'm not one of those loud smackers or anything. You can never accuse me of that.
You're not a Gavone.
It's a quiet kill.
The better of him on his last couple of shots, Clark, but that time Kelly wasn't going to make the mistake again.
The Duke gets loose here. Duke Richmond with a phenomenal pass to Kelly. It looks right there that Hopkins isn't communicating the right way. Guys are flying all over.
Murphy couldn't pick it up. Instead, it's Hopkins. Montfort, you would expect him to suck up just about every ground ball on the field, and he does that time. Ground balls is something that Coach Millman has talked a lot about. They've got a sign up in their locker room, as a matter of fact. Ground ball watch -9. That's what they were coming into this game. He was like telling the offensive players, especially trick for Hayden Summer.
Cypress, Texas. Culver Military Academy. All rise. He has blown up in this contest. He's outscored his total heading into today. Just 2 goals. Game when you're losing by 4, you need that defensive pressure. You need that guy who can gamble. Hopkins really doesn't have depth in terms of creating caused turnovers.
They've only scored 6 goals through almost 3.5 quarters of play.
Someone has to demand the ball.
Texas today, and then Hayden Summer. What a breakout game he's had for Rutgers.
He's been phenomenal. He's done his scoring. Just don't like the body language and the lack of stepping to the ball out of Jelinas there.
It's going to be a fun bus ride up the New Jersey Turnpike back to Piscataway, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Defense does their typical job. They're holding teams to 8 goals a season. It's been the offense that hasn't been alive, but They flipped the script to what? At the end of the day, Cotter, I'm gonna ride a Cornell wave because they have C.J. Kirst. I'm gonna do it because he is a superstar that can take over a game at any moment.
They are battle tested, that is for sure, and they'll continue to be in the Ivy League. Top to bottom, Big Ten, proving once again, every single game is going to be an absolute war this year in this conference, and today, no different.